Hello there! This is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm reviewing the LEGO Marvel Eternals in Arishem's Shadow set. It is set number 76155, comes with 493 pieces, and is rated 7 and up. The set retails in the United States for $59.99 and in Canada for $79.99. And just getting into, we will discuss the price later. Now, overall, the set features 4 minifigures, including 2 exclusive Eternals figures, those being Ajax and Kingo, who are exclusive to this set, along with Icarus and Cersei. So this is Icarus's third appearance in the Eternals wave and Cersei's second appearance. So you can kind of see you are collecting quite a few Icarus minifigures overall in this wave. And it also features a mini deviant build. So without further ado, let's look at the box. So the Eternals box, I really like what they went with the box art for the Eternals. It's been pretty consistent. Well, it has been consistent across all the sets. You got the Eternals in the humanoid form, or the actor form. You can kind of see the battle happening with Icarus and Cersei against the Deviant. Some nice detail. It says it has the light brick, which it does. Got Cersei Ajax on the side there. Then you have the Eternals that are included in the set in Lego form. Really like that. I hope they continue to do this type of thing with the Lego figures, especially if they're going to have the humanoid versions on the front. I just think it looks really awesome. Then it shows all the characters in action. You got Kingo, Cersei, Icarus, and Ajax. And with Arishem doing something. He's a Celestial. Shows his height, but not his width. So he stands 30 centimeters or 11 inches tall. So he's quite sizable. Shows some of the features with the light brick and the ability to hold the figure. And this was one of the push open boxes, which is interesting for a set this size. Normally it would just be smaller sets that would have the push open. I've said many times that I prefer the tape on the boxes personally, but I was able to open it without breaking the box, but that's not really the issue for me normally. Now let's take a look at the minifigures. Starting off with Icarus, who's the most common figure, so there's nothing really different about him compared to the other versions of himself. I gave him the 2 daggers. Pretty consistent. Some overall nice printing, and pretty much the same face. I would have liked, since they have so many versions, if some of them, had his yellow laser eyes included. Since he is kind of being seen as almost like an evil Superman, especially with how they portrayed him in the trailer. But overall, that is Icarus. Next up, we have Cersei, who's one of the other characters you can get in the other sets, specifically the Rise of the Domo set. Very nice detail in the green, very nice color. And showing off her kind of unamused face, nice back printing, and overall, nice figure. Next, we have Kingo, who looks... I gotta say, I love the face. Like, I think it fully captures Camille. I'm gonna butcher his name, but Camille Nanjiani. I apologize if I'm butchering his name. I know I am, but the actor that portrays him, I see his face in Lego, and I just they nailed at least this version of his face. And he's got the kind of, well, it is purple, and purple is my favorite color, so I do really like this figure. Same with Fastos in the other set, and some nice printing here, but just the eyebrow raise, like I've seen him do that in other roles, and I just think it captures the figure to the actor personality perfectly. And lastly, the other exclusive minifigure, which is Ajax. Very nice printing. I really like the printing with the blue and gold pieces. She's meant to be the leader of the Eternals. Gave her these spike-ish sword-like pieces, which I believe are supposed to be energy based. Some nice back printing. And you see the other face of her being quite happy. And then just some of the extra weapon pieces that were included as well. Very quickly going into the Deviant. This one is very similar to the $13.99 Canadian set that featured Icarus and Sprite. I believe it was Eternal's Aerial Assault. And yeah, like there's not a whole lot to this one at all. You can't really do much with him just because of how small it is. You know, you couldn't really carry anyone like you can in some of the other Deviant figures. Still, nice design. It's just, I think it was kind of unnecessary. You know, they didn't really need to include this one. They could have just had this one be a team, like where you're just collecting the characters rather than having something to fight. Because I just don't think the set really needed it, because this doesn't really do anything. Now getting into Arishem, and overall, really cool. I must say, like, the overall look really captures the look of what we've seen in the trailers so far. And again, I haven't seen the movie as I'm making this review, though I'm planning to see it this weekend. And overall, very nice. Fully opposable arms, and you can move his hand as well. You can kind of see the character in action. You can fit the character on both hands. So here we have Cersei, and then we'll put also Ajax. Now the way they've placed it is you can't really have him face Arishem, which is kind of unfortunate, just because it's, unless you like would face the legs backwards, they haven't made the arms fully able, well, they weren't able to get the arms fully around so you can have him face. As you can see, it broke off. That was as far as I could turn the hand, which I'm just assuming when he's holding them, or if we see a scene like this in the movie, it's him holding them to face him, rather than him just holding them up like a trophy. So, still, pretty nice feature overall. Just would have liked if they were able to get it either facing him, or just found a way to change it so the character was facing this way, to where the figure was facing him like so. Like if they could have the stud facing on here, I think it would have looked better with him holding the figure up. And that could just be, you know, me nitpicking. Maybe that isn't how it happens in the movie, but I'm just assuming that is what happens. The only other real feature of Arishem is the light brick. So on the back here, you can see it right there. You push in, and it lights up. Looks pretty cool. Kind of see the brightness of it there on my hand. I'm sure kids would love a feature like that, and it looks really cool when you're holding it from behind. See it on camera. It is a cool feature. I like these light bricks. You know, they've had them in Lego for years, but they don't use them too often, at least in sets that I purchase. So nice to get it again. And showing the leg opposability as well. Same on that leg. There's some nice sticker detail overall, all across. Not a whole lot of printed pieces, if any at all. So it would have been nice if some of these were printed, but Lego likes stickers, because I'm going to guess they are cheaper. And yeah, you can see the overall detail on this figure. Now, my main issue with the set, as I kind of alluded to at the start, is simply the price. You know, especially like it's $59.99 American and $79.99 Canadian. You know, it's quite an expensive set for what you're getting, I must say. And yes, price per piece isn't the right measurement for sets all the time, but I do feel in this case it's a bit warranted. The set overall at just 493 pieces, it doesn't have a lot of big components to it, and the light brick, if the light brick costs that much to develop, then maybe I could see it, but I still feel if this set was priced $10 less, so $49.99 American and $69.99 Canadian, it's a lot fairer for what you're getting. You know, you're only getting 4 of the figures, and 2 of them are in other sets. So yes, I am glad they didn't. You know, I understand why they're not going to put 4 unique figures in just one set. They want to kind of spread it out, kind of like they did in Star Wars with the Knights of Ren. But it still would have been nice overall if the set was $10 cheaper. I'd say go out and get it today, because I do think it looks really awesome. I think the scale looks pretty cool. Now, as far as I'm aware, he's supposed to be like 500 times bigger than these figures, so it's not accurate in that sense, but Lego never really is. I still think it looks really awesome. It's going to be cool to display him. There's not a whole lot of play functionality to him. He does have some stud shooters. I guess I forgot to mention that. But overall, with the light brick and the opposability of the hands and legs, that's pretty much it for the figure. And I just think they could have maybe added something else to him, or if they were going to include a deviant, maybe have a larger one than this, because this is just, you know, I almost think they should just either put this into him or increase the piece count by 100 at the same price and had a larger deviant to attack, because overall this deviant figure just doesn't do it for me. It's just very, very boring is I think the best way to put it. Overall, I think this set has a lot of potential. I think if you're able to get this at a discount wherever you live, absolutely you should get it. Especially if you want to complete the figures. You know, you can only get Kingo and Ajax in this set. So if you want to have all the Eternals, then you kind of have to get this set unless you purchase off of Bricklink, which I'm going to assume they'll just go up in value, because it's hard to say if they'll make any more Eternal sets since there's no sequel planned at all, and the early reviews aren't the strongest in the Marvel Universe. Now, with that being said, this has all been my opinion, so let me know your thoughts down below. This has been LEGO Dynasty. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and check out my other content on my channel. Follow me on social media, and have a great day, everyone.